If you think learning characters is very tedious and boring, then I hope this video will change your mindset on that. By the end of this video, you will be able to recall 3 characters. Actually, no. Let's put a star there. I hope you will be able to remember 3 characters, recognize them, how to say them, and even the tone. This is my Sizzle short demo or mini lesson. I hope you will enjoy this lesson. Remember to stay to the end of this lesson for a coupon code. First, let's talk about Chinese characters. It's one of the most tedious parts of learning Chinese Mandarin. And that is because when you're learning a character, you have to learn 3 components. Not just 1, not just 2, but 3. First component is a character, which is the look of the... I don't know why I just point to myself, which is the look of the character or how the character is written. And then you have to learn the pronunciation. But the pronunciation itself is divided into 2 components. One is pinyin and the other one is the tone, the ah. And the pinyin is the sound of the character. And then you also have to learn the meaning, which you might translate into English or other languages that you speak. So let's take a look at this character. Traditionally, you learn this character by repetition, which is just by writing it over and over again until you memorize it. That is a very common method used in elementary school back in China, when I was in school, which is in the 90s. This is where we're going to see how Sizzle is different. Sizzle connects all 3 components, the pronunciation, the pinyin and the tone, the meaning, and the symbol, which is the character. And this will really boost your character learning speed. I do want to be clear that tools will help you remember things quicker and easier. I mean, it would be awesome if we just download the app and then go through once and remember every single thing, right? But it doesn't work that way. You still need to put in the effort. That's why I said that it's going to make things easier, but not so easy that you don't need to do anything. And plus, learning is the fun part anyways, I think. So what are our objectives of this lesson? We are going to play a little game. Our goals for this lesson is by the end of this lesson, you are going to be able to read the sentence, recognize each character, know the pinyin tone of each character, and know the meaning of each character. Are you excited? I am super excited. So let's go ahead and get started. So we are going to learn the following 3 characters. First one, second one, third one. Tell me what comes to your mind when you see the word on the screen, opera singers. When I think of opera singers, I think of people doing that ah sound with a really high, pitch. I think that's what it's called. I think I just scared myself. Anyways, so something like that. So let's meet our first hero, the magical turtle. He is good-hearted and he likes to sing. So that's why I think of the opera singers that I just mentioned earlier, the ah sound. So whenever you see the turtle represents first tone. Here we have the character embedded in the picture. Let's go ahead and read the line together. The mountain was standing in the middle of a poor district, a shanty town. Notice that mountain is capitalized, and that helps you remember the meaning of the character embedded in that picture. And then we have another word that is also capitalized, but this time the color is slightly different, the SHAM part, and that helps you remember the sound. Okay, so the second sentence. So the turtle made the mountain magically erupt with gold coins. Okay, so here's the question for you. What tone does the turtle represent? Think of the opera singers. He likes to sing, so ah. Yep, that is first tone. Now you have to take a mini quiz. What is the pinyin or the sound of this character? Think of the first picture, the one that is in yellow. And what is the tone? So far, we have only met one of the heroes, and that's our first hero. He's turtle, he likes to sing. Now combine the pinyin and the tone. What is the pronunciation of this character? Yep, that is shan, shan. And that means mountain. Okay, so let's do a recap. What does this represent? I'll give you 3 seconds to think about it. 1, 2, 3. That is the meaning of the character. What about this? The SHAN, what does that represent? 1, 2, 3. Yep, that is a pinyin for this character. I do want you to keep in mind that sometimes it's not the exact pronunciation, it might be an estimate. For this one, it happens to be the exact pronunciation. So far we have the meaning and the pronunciation. And what about the turtle? What does the turtle represent? He likes to sing. 1, 2, 3. Yes, he represents the first tone, the ah sound. Now you have all the 3 components needed to learn this character. This character is Shan, and it means mountain. Okay, now let's go ahead and meet our next hero. So based on this picture, what does he like to do? He looks like he likes to fight or punch things, right? When do you feel like punching something? I mean, hopefully that you don't just like to punch something out of the blue, right? Ha! It is blue. Anyways. Okay, so usually when we are angry, right? So when you're angry, I want you to associate that very angry tone with the 4th tone. So when you see this character, he represents the 4th tone. Do you remember how to identify the meaning of a character based on the first picture? It's something that looks different from the other words in the sentence. 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Yep, this character means on top. Now, based on the second picture, what is the pinyin of this character? It's capitalized and it's in a different color. That is Shan, the sound. And then remember this bulldog. What does he represent? He likes to punch things, and we associate that with the angry tone, so the 4th tone, no. So all together, the left picture helps us with the meaning and identifying the picture, and then the right side we learn the pinyin and the tone. This character means on top, and the way to say it's Shan. Shan. Okay, let's have a mini quiz. What is this character? Tell me the sound, the definition. When you tell me the sound, make sure you tell me the tone and the pinyin. Okay, so 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this character is Shan, and it means mountain. Next one, what about this character? Same thing as the previous one. 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Alright, this character is Shan, and it means on top. Okay, so now, after you learn characters, let's make connections. Let's see how we can use those characters, so you are just not learning the characters by itself. How do we read this? Shan, Shan. That literally means mountain top. So you can translate that into mountain's top, or top of the mountain, or in the mountains, depends on the context. So remember the sentence from the beginning. Now we already know how to read and recognize 2 out of the, well, I guess I will call this 3 characters. 2 out of the 3 Chinese characters. So now we are only missing 1 character. Before we continue to learn about our 3rd character, let's learn about our 3rd hero first, and it's the dragon. So if you could, do you want to fly? I would love to fly, but I have motion sickness, so I cannot fly. If I try to fly, I'll probably be puking over the place. Oh, no, I probably shouldn't even say that. Oh, okay, let's ignore that. Scratch that. Let's continue. Okay, so what would you do if you had wings? Fly, right? You're not just going to have wings and just to make yourself look good with wings or look different, right? Hopefully you'll use those wings and fly. Or use it as an umbrella, right? So when you think of flying, you have to use your wings like going up and down in this motion. So that flying motion, up and down, it's like our 3rd tone that goes high, down, and then high again. So when you see the dragon, he represents the 3rd tone. And this dragon loves to play tricks. Next, we are going to learn a character that is slightly different. And if we look at this character is composed of 2 components. One is the radical and then the other component. So when it comes to characters like this, Sizzle can still help you remember those characters. First, we are going to learn what the character inside means and then what the radical means. Then we are going to link them. Let's take a look at this character. We're going to look at the inner part first. The first picture we have is there was a lot of soil around the grave. Just like the character, the grave on the top, and then the soil on the bottom. Remember I said that the dragon likes to play tricks? Here, the dragon collects that soil and put it into a toothpaste to play a trick on his friend. That is horrible. The TOO is not the exact spelling of the pinyin for this character, but it's very close. So based on the 2 pictures that you see here, what does it mean? It's in the picture on the left. And that is 1, 2, 3. soil. Then we're going to look at the dragon. The dragon has wings. He flies up and down. So that represents a third tone. And the sound is something like tu. So all together we have tu, which means soil. Okay, so a little pop quiz. What is this character? Tell me the meaning, the sound, which includes the pinyin and the tone. I'll give you 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this character is tu, third tone, and it means soil. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the reticle that is on the left side of that new character that we need to learn. And this one means something related to ice skater. So if we look at this, you can see the picture of an ice skater, right? And then the second slide shows the image with the character embedded. So now let's go ahead and link them. The picture on the left says, the ice skater was skating around a pile of soil, which was at the middle of the ice rink. So right off the back, what does the new character we're going to see in a second, what does that character mean? 1, 2, 3. That character means was at. And now let's look at its sound. The pile was there because the bulldog had been digging for a xylophone, which he had been hiding underneath the ice and the soil. So the sound is XY with the bulldog, which represents the angry fourth tone. So altogether we have this character, the ice skater on the outside, and then the two character underneath the ice skater. And altogether we had the sound 在 with a fourth tone, and it means to be at. Okay, so what is this character? You have 3 seconds to tell me the meaning and the sound. 1, 2, 3. Alright, this is 在, which means to be at. Now let's review our entire lesson. This is the first character. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 山, which means mountain. Next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 上, which means on top. And together we had 山上, which means top of the mountain, literally mountain top. Now we have the character inside our last character, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, and that means soil. Then we have the radical component and put them all together. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 在. Okay, now we're going to connect our 在 with 山上. All together we have to be at mountain top. So at the top of the mountain. So 在山上. And now we have the sentence from the beginning of the lesson. Amy 在山上. And what does that mean? So that means Amy is at top of the mountain. If you have studied the characters from my previous character lessons, then you already learned the first 2 characters. That is 3, 3, 3, 3. And then now, can you read the entire sentence? 3, 3, 在山上. That means 3, 3, whoever that person is, that's his or her name, at mountain top. This concludes our mini lesson on Sizzle. So how to use Sizzle? You can either self-study by going to the app on your own. There are sentences and also audio that you can click on to listen to the pronunciation. Or you can combine it for a class. For example, this is exactly what I would do in my class if my student wants to learn characters through Sizzle. We'll have the characters integrated into our lesson. So you will learn the characters on your own. And in the class, we're going to link and make connections, make example sentences using those characters, so you see them in a conversational context. If you decide to use Sizzle on your own, which is perfectly fine, you can use my coupon code, which is AmyLink, to take 15% off your subscription. I do want to be transparent with you. If you use my coupon code, you'd get 15% off, and I also get 15% commission. But like I said, I've tried this program and my students love it, so I hope you will like this program as well. I also create character worksheets for this lesson so you can use it and practice to help you remember the characters even better. That's all for this lesson. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Bye!